Imagine a woman, ordinary yet extraordinary, who steps into a moment and vanishes, only to find herself lost in the river of history. This is the story of the woman who disappeared into time, a journey of mystery, self-discovery, and the timeless bonds that connect us all. Welcome to Aethryxalcosmic, where we weave stories of courage and wonder through the ages. If you're new here, please join our community by subscribing. It means the world to me. Let's unravel this enigmatic adventure together. Her name was Dr. Sophia Ellis, a historian in her mid-30s living in the bustling city of New York in 2028. Sophia was the kind of woman who found beauty in the past, poring over ancient artifacts, decoding forgotten languages, and dreaming of the lives that shaped our world. Sparking her lifelong passion for history, she became a professor at a prestigious university, her lectures captivating students with tales of lost civilizations and unsolved mysteries. I can picture her in her cozy apartment, surrounded by shelves of books, her glasses perched on her nose as she examined a peculiar antique watch. The watch was ornate, with intricate engravings that hinted at a bygone era, its hands frozen at a moment in time. Sophia wasn't just a scholar, she was a dreamer, often wondering what it would be like to step back into history, to witness the events she studied firsthand. That curiosity would soon pull her into a reality beyond imagination. Her daily life was a blend of teaching, research, and quiet evenings with friends, discussing theories over coffee. She volunteered at museums, handling artifacts with care, her fingers tracing the stories etched in stone and metal, as Ark began with a deep yearning to connect with history. But she longed most to return home one day, to share her insights and prove that the past could inform the future. Yet the allure of living it tempted her to stay forever. The interruption came on a rainy autumn evening. Sophia was in her lab, tinkering with the watch, trying to repair its mechanism. As she wound the spring, a strange hum filled the air. The air shimmered, a ripple-like heat haze forming around her. She reached out, touching the anomaly, and in an instant, the world dissolved. The watch, it turned out, was no ordinary artifact. It was a relic from a forgotten experiment in quantum temporal mechanics, a device that could bend time's fabric. Sophia vanished from 2028, leaving behind a puzzled world. Her disappearance reported as a mystery that baffled investigators. But for Sophia, the journey had just begun, a leap into the unknown that would test her knowledge, her resolve, and her understanding of time itself. The lab was left in disarray, her notes scattered, the watch's hum fading into silence, her colleagues searching for clues in her research, the city outside oblivious to the ripple in time that had claimed one of its own. In the moments before her disappearance, Sophia's life was a tapestry of routine and passion. She taught classes on ancient Rome, debated with colleagues over coffee, and spent evenings walking through Central Park, pondering the flow of history. The watch had caught her eye at the sale because of its engravings, symbols that resembled those from Egyptian hieroglyphs and Mayan calendars, hinting at a connection across cultures. She spent weeks researching it, uncovering hints of a 19th century inventor who dabbled in early theories of relativity, his journals speaking of bridging moments. The evening of the incident, she was alone, the rain pattering against the window like a gentle rhythm, her cat curling at her feet. As she activated the watch, perhaps by accident, the room filled with a soft glow, the air thickening with possibility. Her last thought in 2028 was of wonder, not fear, a fitting start to her timeless odyssey. The apartment's lights dimmed, the city outside oblivious to the ripple in time, her friends calling her phone the next day, worried by her absence. Sophia's ordinary life was interrupted not by chaos, but by curiosity, a call from time itself that would lead her to discoveries beyond her wildest dreams. In that moment, she became part of the history she loved, a living bridge between eras. The watch's secrets began to reveal themselves even before the leap. Sophia noting its unusual weight and the faint glow from its dial, her curiosity the key that unlocked the anomaly. The estate sale where she found the watch was a treasure trove of forgotten items, the watch hidden in a box of old jewelry, its engravings catching the light like a whisper from the past. Sophia's research led her to journals of the inventor, hints of experiments with time that seemed like fiction but felt real in her hands. The lab's instruments hummed softly, her tools scattered. The moment of activation, a culmination of her passion. The hum grew, the ripple expanding, Sophia's eyes widening as the room faded, her hand clutching the watch as time claimed her. The interruption was a gateway, the ordinary giving way to the extraordinary. Sophia's life forever altered by the call of time. The watch's mechanism clicked, the anomaly pulling her in, the the world of 2028 fading to the echoes of history. As she vanished, her arc began, from a historian content with books to a traveler seeking to return home. Tempted by the allure of living the past, but driven by the need to share her wisdom, when Sophia opened her eyes, the world had changed. She found herself in a cobblestone street, the air thick with the scent of horse-drawn carriages and coal smoke. It was 1880s London, the gas lamps flickering in the fog, people in Victorian attire hurrying by. I can imagine her confusion, her heart pounding as she realized the watch had transported her through time. The device, now warm in her hand, had a dial that seemed to control the leaps, but its mechanisms were enigmatic, responding to her thoughts as much as her actions. The first leap was a whirlwind of adaptation. Sophia wandered the streets, her modern clothes drawing curious glances, but she blended in by borrowing a shawl from a kind vendor who mistook her for a traveler from afar. She marveled at the sights, the bustling markets with vendors calling out their wares, the chime of Big Ben echoing through the mist, the inventors tinkering in workshops that smelled of oil and metal. Her historian's mind raced, connecting the dots to events she knew from books, the rise of industrial innovation, the social changes of the era. She visited a library, poring over newspapers that detailed the day's news, feeling a thrill at living the history she taught. But the leap wasn't without challenges. The watch's energy fluctuated, pulling her to random moments, teaching her to focus her intent to stabilize it, her thoughts becoming the anchor. She met people from the time, sharing conversations that sparked ideas, like discussing electricity with a young engineer in a dimly lit pub, his eyes lighting up at her futuristic knowledge. The leap ignited her curiosity, each day a lesson in the human spirit's endurance across ages, her notes filling a pocket journal with observations on daily life, fashion, and technology. With each day in London, Sophia's skills grew, the watch becoming an extension of her will, building toward greater leaps into the unknown. She expanded her explorations, visiting the British Museum to see artifacts she knew from her time, touching them with a reverence that bridged centuries. The streets came alive with details, the clatter of hooves on cobblestone, the aroma of fresh bread from bakeries, the chatter of newsboys selling papers. Sophia's leaps began to feel like a dialogue with time, each one a step deeper into the mystery, her curiosity the guide through the fog of history. The first leap was a gateway, opening doors to the river of time. Sophia's heart filled with the joy of discovery amid the Victorian splendor. In quiet moments, Sophia contemplated her home, the watch a link to 2028, her leaps a reminder of time's fragility and beauty. She tested the watch's limits, leaping to different parts of the city, each area a new chapter in the era's story. The fog enveloped her, the lamps casting golden glows, the leap a symphony of historical immersion. The first leap was a bloom of wonder, the ordinary giving way to the extraordinary. But as the days passed, a yearning for her own era grew, her arc shifting from pure excitement to a balanced quest for knowledge and return. The watch's hum softened, a sign of its limits, prompting Sophia to seek clues about its origin within the era, her historian skills turning to detective work. The leap's challenges built her resilience, each fluctuation a test of focus. The conversations with locals deepened her empathy, seeing the struggles of the time with fresh eyes. The first leap was a foundation, her arc beginning to curve toward wisdom. Sophia's journeys carried her through eras, each leap a new chapter in the book of time. From ancient Egypt, where she witnessed the pyramids' construction under a relentless sun, to the Renaissance in Florence, mingling with artists in sunlit studios. I can almost feel the sand under her feet in Egypt, the paint on her hands in Italy. As time became her canvas, each era a stroke of wonder. In Egypt, she marveled at the pharaoh's vision, helping a worker with a lever in a moment of camaraderie. The Nile's waters reflecting the golden sun, the air filled with chants and the clink of stone. In the Renaissance, she discussed anatomy with figures inspired by Da Vinci, her knowledge bridging gaps between eras, the air filled with the scent of oil paints and fresh plaster, the workshops buzzing with creativity. Each era revealed human ingenuity, the Egyptians' engineering marvels that defied the desert, the Renaissance's artistic rebirth that illuminated the mind, fostering her understanding of time's flow as a continuous thread of progress and innovation. The watch guided her, its engravings illuminating paths, allowing her to learn languages and customs swiftly through immersion. Her historian's training a perfect tool for navigating the cultural nuances. The wanderings were lessons in connection, showing how past actions shape the future. Each era a mirror reflecting humanity's enduring spirit and the common threads of hope and invention. She leaped to the Industrial Revolution, witnessing factories hum with machinery that transformed society, then to the birth of the digital age, each era a puzzle piece in the grand mosaic of history, her notes growing with insights on technological evolution. The data of time flowed like a river, Sophia navigating its currents, the eras unfolding in waves that enriched her soul with knowledge and empathy. The wanderings built anticipation, each leap revealing more about the human story. Sophia's curiosity the compass guiding her through the ages, the eras blended in her memory, a tapestry of human achievement, her curiosity the thread binding them, each leap a celebration of resilience and creativity across time. In moments of rest, Sophia contemplated the watch's origin, her leaps a dialogue with the inventor's legacy, the eras teaching her the value of perspective and empathy. She tested leaps to future glimpses, but focused on the past's lessons, each era a classroom for her evolving mind. The leaps were a symphony of history, Sophia's heart full of the age's songs. But as the leaps multiplied, her arc shifted, the thrill giving way to a growing yearning for her own era, the temptation to stay balanced by the need to return and share her insights. The wanderings were a canvas of growth, each era a brushstroke on her soul. The leaps deepened her empathy, seeing common struggles across time. The arc built, her wisdom growing with each jump. The choice, a moment of ultimate tension, promised a turning point. Sophia facing the temptation to remain in time's embrace or return home. The choice was emotional, the pull of history strong, but her yearning for home, to share her wisdom, tipped the scale. I can imagine her in a quiet garden, the watch in her hand, visions of her life in 2028 mingling with the wonders she had seen. The watch's hum stabilizing as she focused her intent. The choice was a bridge, connecting her past and future. The temptation was overcome, her heart full of gratitude for the journey. The choice inspired her final leap. The moment was profound, Sophia's spirit lifted by the resolution. The choice was a culmination, her arc a circle of discovery and return. The temptation faded, home's call clear. The choice was a symphony of emotion, time. The arc's peak was a revelation, the choice a gift of clarity. The final choice was a testament to her strength, the journey. The choice tested her, the era's allure a whisper, but her connection to her own time prevailed. The watch responded, its power surging with her decision. The choice was a pivot, her arc shifting to fulfillment. Each wave a memory of leaps taken. The resolution was a bloom of peace. Sophia's legacy endured, her story a symbol of curiosity's power, inspiring historians and dreamers alike. Years later, her watch became a museum artifact, her journals published as bestsellers, fostering a renaissance in temporal studies. The legacy grew, with festivals celebrating time's mysteries, where people shared stories of their own leaps of faith. The legacy was one of inspiration, reminding us that time is a river we all navigate. Her disappearance became legend, inspiring explorers to seek the unknown. The legacy wove through history, a thread of wonder that connected past, present, and future. The festivals included reenactments of her leaps, workshops on history, the watch's story a beacon for curiosity. Sophia reflected on her legacy, seeing it in every student who questioned time's flow. The impact extended to policy, with grants for historical research inspired by her journey. The legacy unfolded in waves, Sophia's story a wave that rippled through generations. The story transformed views on time, people embracing history with new eyes. The legacy was a beacon, guiding to appreciate time's beauty. New generations pondered time's mysteries, finding answers in her tale. The watch's echo lived on, a symbol of possibility. The legacy was a symphony of eras, each one celebrated. The legacy extended to art and education, paintings and curricula evoking her journeys. The legacy was a river of influence, flowing through generations. The festivals evolved, incorporating technology to simulate leaps. The legacy a living practice. Sophia's arc inspired a world of wonder, her story a cornerstone for curiosity. The legacy was a garden, blooming with ideas inspired by her leaps. The impact was profound, society enriched by her insights. The legacy was a light, illuminating the path for future explorers. The legacy unfolded in art forms, sculptures of the watch symbolizing time's bend. The festivals drew crowds, their reenactments vivid reminders of her courage. Sophia's reflections were shared in her writings, her arc a model for growth. The grants funded new research, her journey a catalyst for progress. The waves of legacy touched every corner, her story a ripple that grew into a tide. The transformation was gentle, views on time shifting to appreciation. The beacon guided dreamers, Her legacy a call to explore, new generations found inspiration, their questions echoing hers. The Watch. As echo was a whisper of possibility, living on in museums. The symphony played in every history lesson, her era celebrated. The extension to art was beautiful, education enriched by her tale. The river flowed endlessly, carrying her influence. The festivals included interactive exhibits, the legacy interactive and alive. Sophia's arc was complete, her story eternal. And that's the story of Sophia Ellis, the woman who disappeared into time. It's a reminder that curiosity can lead to profound connections. This is a work of sci-fi. Disappearing into time is fictional, so let's not judge it by those rules. Just enjoy the dream. What did you think? Would you leap? Comment below. I love your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep dreaming big, because the universe is full of possibilities.